Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Swissman 15 and welcome back to another online battle for Medieval 2 Total War. This one is from the Britannia expansion. I think a lot of them has been from Britannia from lately, because Britannia is certainly my favorite expansion, being the most balanced of them all, followed by Teutonic, then Crusades, and then Americas. But however, it's still all good. They are all pretty much the same to me. Just mostly Britannia is better just because, you know, Ireland is awesome. And also you can play as the HRE, which really just puts it ahead besides the better balance overall. Anyway, so we got a nice free-for-all over here. It is between me playing as Venice. We have De Jokadal. Jokadal? I guess I'm gonna omit the D. Jokadal as the Byzantine Empire. We have Barry Knight as France, and then up here as the HRE, I believe we have, yeah, it's one of the players that I met, Stouthelm. So he is playing as that. Let's just quickly go over army composition, starting with mine as Venice. I got 4 units of Pavi's crossbowmen without any upgrades. And I've got 4 units of dismounted feudal knights and 4 units of Venetian heavy infantry. All of them have attack, but the Venetian heavy infantry also have armor. But the textures are mixed up in expansions. If you have unarmored Venetian heavy infantry, they look armored, and if you armor them, they look unarmored, which is weird. But I don't have much problem with it. For cavalry, I've got 2 units of Stratiots for the attack and armor. I've got 2 units of male knights with armor and attack. I've got 2 units of feudal knights with armor and attack. And then finally, I have my general's bodyguard with armor and attack. Over here, the Byzantine Empire, a lot of his army is hidden, but he's got, I believe 4 units of Byzantine Guard archers. He's got a lot of these spear militia, which allowed him probably to get a lot of good upgrades on his infantry, like his Varangian Guard. He's also got a catapult in his ranks. For cavalry, it's really hard to see what's going on. He's got General's Bodyguard, I believe, probably with armor and attack, based on how much money he's saving with his spears. And holy moly, he's got these Byzantine cavalry, the missile cav. I believe 2 units of those came and attacked me. He's got a few Allens out there and a couple Latin con mounted. Now over here, Barry Knight, he's got some mounted surgeons, chivalric knights, which is weird because you get a cost increase after 1, but he's got 4, so he wasted a lot of money there. Holy moly. He probably didn't know. He's also got some more mounted surgeons on this side, and a general's bodyguard with armor and attack. For infantry, he's just got 4 of them, 4 dismounted chivalric knights, and then he's got, I believe, 3 Scots Guard and 2 Aventuriers. So went heavy on the archers there. They're all in tight formation, but he lost a lot of money to the chivalric knights. Cost increase alone. Does he even have upgrades on them? He does. He's got armor and attack on them. Holy moly. That's where all his money went. Anyway, then going finally over to the HRE. He's got, let's see, 4 units of Pavi's crossbowmen. They're kind of blended together. Don't seem to have flags for him. He's got a bunch of units of Imperial Knights, it seems, without any upgrades. He's got 4 units of Landsknecht pikemen, 2 units of dismounted Gothic Knights, and 2 units of Forlorn Hope, along with 3 units of dismounted feudal knights and a general's bodyguard. So, let us go into the fight. I believe my battle with the Byzantine started out pretty quickly. Oh, I also had a standard, I just remembered, and I left it all the way back here. Silly me, forgot to move it, but they're coming, on their way. Alright, and now you can see I've already got some of my crossbow bolts firing, taking out a ton of these Byzantine Guard archers, already down to 50, but he's sending up his Byzantine cavalry. Let's see, 2 of them are already coming straight at me. Our 2 enemies not quite engaged yet. And I'm focusing fire on this one, and look at it, just gets cut down almost to nothing for a rather weak charge overall. This other cavalry gets a much better charge, charging into my crossbow militia, taking out them down to half, it seems. I also got my own male knights charging in response, but now they are routing because they don't have good morale, so probably not the best charge cav. Would have gone with Allen light cav because I know he has some somewhere, but he doesn't. And those 2 units have routed, mostly in my favor, but he did take out 1 unit of my Pavi's crossbows, which is pretty good for him. Now you can see we do have a bit of a skirmish going on, and I think I'm sending out, yes, my male knights in their own countercharge now that they have some momentum. Hopefully a good one. Can you bring out your lances? There you go. And they come in for the charge. And oh, he's got his spears coming in. Good thing it comes and stops the rest of my charge on this side of the unit. I got a few kills. Let's see. It's hard to tell. Byzantine Guard Archers down by 20, so could have been better, especially considering that these guys had lances. And look! Oh my god. Coming in from the catapult, some flaming rocks of doom. Over here, nothing really happening yet. Don't really want to miss anything. Oh, god, that's terrifying. I got another charge in with my Male Knights, who probably won't make it out of this one alive. They are routing, yes. But in decent numbers, so they'll come back. So I'm fine with that. Byzantine Guard Archers got a massive charge on them. They're already pretty down from crossbow fire. But now he's got a lot of cavalry and spearmen all mixed together here. Oh wow, just a hail of arrows. And, oof, if my unit was still there, it would have been deadly. Ha, good thing they died, I guess. And now I have another unit of Male Knights coming out in response. Venice, overall, probably among the lower tier factions, it's still pretty good, having excellent infantry. That's about it. Cavalry, pretty good if you use your strataots correctly, but as you know, I'm not very good with my light cavalry. I need heavy cav, because I'm not fast enough to use light cav. I don't have the reaction time. My micro is not as good as people think. Over here we got some Latin Con coming in, charging into my Pavis Crossmen. Got pretty weak. They sort of wrapped around it and wasn't a full-on charge, although the tunes actually got a charge bonus. And my Stratiots are doing nothing. Again, why do I use light cav? It's just a huge mistake. And they're coming in the backs of my Latin Con, luckily not charging. And oh yes, use your mace. You kill them. Over here, what do we got? Just some cav fighting going on between the HRE and the French, and the HRE seems to be destroying them completely and unequivocally. Beyond on this one, this seems a little bit even, but they won't be enough to win the entire cav fight. And then you can see they've just entered the skirmish as well. Over here, holy moly, lots of dead units. He's got a spearman really far up my lines. I got my own spearman now, going to the Krakio standard. And I believe this is when I make my advance. Oh, god. He did get a few kills with his catapult here, took out a bunch of my feudal knights and General's bodyguard and a few Venetian heavy infantry. And yes, here I come making my advance, sending out some feudal knights to engage in this giant line battle of cavalry, apparently, that we have going on. Come to the rescue, because my Stratiots are dead. And they'll probably overwhelm them pretty quickly just in sheer number, but we do have these pesky little spear militia that he's using incredibly well, Jokodal over here. But they do rout because they just don't have the morale to take a charge from my General's bodyguard in the rear. And I've got my Krakio standard coming in advance just so that my infantry doesn't rout on sight, which is possible when you're playing as Venice. That pesky catapult taking out more cavalry and infantry. And over here, what do we got? So it seems that the HRE is rushing forward with his Landsknecht pikemen. He's completely lost the cavalry fight, it seems. We just got some French cav over here. Actually, a lot of French cav over here. And they're really far away from the fight. Interesting. Over here, oh my god, the Landsknecht getting cut down by these archers, no joke. Holy moly. Two battles going at the same time, very hard to keep track of. So we got some spear militia taking on my Venetian heavies over here, some others routing, and Varangian guard coming in the mix, seemingly with heavy upgrades. I'm assuming they could be unupgraded. They're still a very strong unit. Either way, very terrifying. I got some cav going around the back here. I've a bit overwhelmed this side here. He doesn't seem to have much of an answer for me right there, and these Varangian guard are just completely outnumbered. I wish I branched out my units a little bit more. Coming in with a rear charge by my General's bodyguard into these Byzantine Guard Archers are now dead. And some, oh, that guy, poor guy. If we look over here, the battle has just begun. Very bludgered lines for the HRE, giant block formations, and he's got no cavalry, so he's going to get rear charged all day long. I would have used the pikemen, I guess, to try to ward them off, but I would never have brought that army in the first place. He did break and cut down this entire unit of Sheriff Knights already, which is a good omen for him, and he's just trying to go through, I guess. His General's bodyguard still not doing anything, kind of absent from the fight, the HRE, and he's still got some Pavis, but they are getting charged down by the Chivalric Knights. Over here, it seems that the infantry line has broken for the French, Wow, the French would have done so much better if they hadn't gotten the Shivering Knights, the mounted ones, for the cost increase. Over here, I got my cav coming in the rear, trying to take out these Byzantine guard archers. And oh my god, that stupid catapult coming in. But it seems that the infantry for the Byzantine Empire is just not strong enough. Holy, that's terrifying. If he took down my standard, that would have been really good for him. But it seems the lines here for the Byzantines have broken up completely. I took out his catapult finally, silenced by my general's bodyguard. And he's got a few units of Varangian Guard fighting out here, and that's about it. I do have also my crossbowmen, but they are going to get cut down by these Latin Con in time, because I just have all my cavalry way over here, trying to get some over, but the Stratiots just not good enough at fighting. Also, they can easily get cut down by the Spear Militia and Varangian Guard alone. His General's Bodyguard still pretty resilient, but wow, this is just a blob of units. This is sad. Come on, Swissman, stop blobbing. Over at the other fight, you can see that the HRE is holding a bit here with his two-handers, trying to cut down through these Scots Guard and Aventurier. The rest of them seem to be routing. His General's Bodyguard still not doing anything. I really would have used it a lot sooner. A lot of complaints with the HRE right now. And apparently he's got all these units still committed to fighting this one unit of... Oh god, that charge. Committed to fighting that one unit of infantry, and these light cav coming in to completely just rout him in a second. Yep, there they go. And over here he's routing as well. So all he's got is a General's Bodyguard, which I think are finally beginning to enter the fray. And hopefully they can cut some of these troops down for the winner of our fight over here, which I guess is now safe to say is me, because the Byzantine general has just died. Poor guy. Didn't want to die. Still got, I think, like 2 units of poppies at only 20s in their mid-20s. And also I got some troops over here apparently still fighting. Yes, these annoying Latin Con, very fast. They tend to rout and then come back. Hard to keep track of. Wow, just look at all the dead cavalry over here. Holy moly. And in the woods, he's got his General's Bodyguard still running away, but I think I eventually catch it. In essence, he's pretty much defeated, so we can just look over here, where it seems that the HRE does a lot with his General's Bodyguard. Probably the only unit that does much in this entire fight for him. Whew, he got a bit of a rear charge here, but he is getting shot now. Damn. But look at how much cavalry the HRE has. His General's Bodyguard completely unused. I mean, the French completely unused General's Bodyguard. And good charge here by the General's Bodyguard, taking out this entire unit. But it's all too little too late. He's just trying to kill what he can, I guess. But look at all these arrows coming in. Surprisingly not killing all of them. And the French making a bit of a mistake here. He's got all his archers so clumped together from the fight, and they're probably about to get really charged. And that, yep, very good charge by the HRE general, but again, it's all in vain. But I guess it's going to help one of us win, namely me, in the end. Because the Byzantines does keep some units hidden. He doesn't, I guess when he started to realize he's losing the fight, oh god, these poor Stratiots going to die to these spearmen. Stop it. At least they're fighting back. But he does have, I believe, 2 units of cavalry hidden in the forest that routed. One of them was a fresh unit of Allen Light, actually, that he never used. I'm not sure why. I guess he just didn't want to use them. No questions asked. My Stratiots coming in, apparently still chasing after routers. So we're going to speed it up now, because it's all just a lot of waiting at this point. Alright, the HRE regroups up over here, while I myself regroup around here first here, and then I move back because I'm like, I'm not fighting uphill. This is crazy talk. Alright, so I'm going to cut to you guys when the action starts getting good. So all you need to know, though, is that I've got this scrap of infantry over here, and, well, mostly I've got infantry. I've got my General's Bodyguard and some Stratiots left, and 2 units of Pavie's Crossbow Militia in their mid-20s. So total, actually, of 45 archers. The French over here, what's he got? He got a bunch of cavalry. He's got a bunch of mounted surgeons. His Shivering Knights, they're all pretty tired, though, besides these guys, apparently. And he's got a bunch of these Scots Guard, Aventurier, and he's got a scrap of infantry left, just a few bits of dismounted gnome knights and dismounted chivalric knights. And yeah, actually it seems to be going a lot quicker than I thought it would. Right, so I won't cut anything out. You can see we're just about halfway, so we're going to be going a lot of fast forwarding here. At this point, we were just like, I was in a video voice chat with Barry Knight here. We were just sort of talking partially about the Grand Campaign, just discussing what has happened and stuff, and like what we liked about it. Pretty interesting. I mean, also about our own strife that we have been going through. Over here we have the Byzantine Empire coming with its own light cav, and I'm just going to this forest here because I'm like, I need to take some cover against all these missile troops that he's got coming in. And oh god, I hear a vacuum. Hopefully you guys can't. We got no time to wait. I've got no time to wait. I've been working every day. Anyway, in other news, while we wait and watch this, I finally found out my rooming situation at my university. I'm with the RA, which I think it's a resident advisor or something. He's like, it's a student who just like handles conflicts and other things and holds down the rules of the dormitories when you're at university. So I'm with him in this special suite that's a double and a single. So I have my own roommate, and we're attached to his own single room. So I hope he's pretty chill. And my roommate, who has not contacted me, I've tried to contact him, he's not responded yet. He's got a really funky name. It's like Olisaeweka. So it's like Oliseweka, something like that. I can't really pronounce it. I think he might be an international student, which is not my favorite thing. Okay, hold on. Ho. It seems I'm going in for a charge here. Holy moly. My Stradiotch just died, but my General's Bodyguard coming in, trying to take out these mounted surgeons. And we got this sort of brawl going on. I got all my troops in loose formation. I just want to catch all of these guys and try to cut them down before it's too late. Also got my standard moving. My General's Bodyguard, surprisingly, not dead. And actually, they're doing some work right now, cutting down a lot of these cavalry here, and we've got the Light Cav right behind us of the Byzantine Empire. In any case, as I was saying, I just think my roommate is an international student, and I'm not very good at understanding people with accents too well. So I kind of fear, and I also fear that maybe, I hope if he's good with English, that'll be all good. But I think he's from Africa, judging based on the name. It's like, it's hard to say. But I hope he's cool. I hope I can talk to him normally. And I hope that he doesn't hate me, and that he is easy to live with, because we are, literally like 2 inches apart every night. Anyway, so you can see we got this line battle going on. A bit of a concave against me forming. Convex, I'm not even sure. Geometry terms are just not helping right now. He's got his Scots Guard in the fight. Archers holding line for him. I do have my Pavis in the back, which is what I wanted, to use them to try to shoot down his cavalry while I can. I did recruit the Byzantines to help me, which he is nicely doing, but he's only got the Allen Lights, pretty much doing nothing but running away right now. Over here you can see I'm cutting down the Scots Guard a bit of flank with my Venetian heavies, and I finally got my Caracciolo Standard in the mix so that my troops will not rout, and I will pretty much fend off all of these French infantry once and for all. And I also got my own cavalry coming in, trying to take out his where I can, because he's got so much. My general really bloodied up. He could die at any minute, really. Oh god, there goes another cavalry. Very good for me that he's routing. But you can see his General's Bodyguard still in very healthy number with armor and attack, probably pretty fresh at this point, and he's going for a great charge. I'm not prepared for this. My back's to him, and there goes probably pretty good number of my infantry. And he only lost 1 of his cavalry. And I'm trying to get my own archers to fight back, but now he's got his mounted surgeons coming in for the kill. Actually, wow, they routed, wow. Oh, my General's Bodyguard came with the last 2 units that he has. He's also got some dismounted nobles coming. His cavalry charging me left and right. This is just not fun. I should get my Caracciolo Standard because they are spearmen here. And like I said, the Byzantines sort of just running around with his Allen Lights. They're not even doing anything. Alright, I should really go into loose formation at this point with my infantry, because they're just going to charge to bits. It's just, this one unit is keeping the French alive, unfortunately, and he's charging straight into my crossbows, and they don't really stand a chance. 12 General's Bodyguards still fighting, and we also got the Byzantine Cavalry. At this point, I start forming a little bit of a box around here, just around my standard, where I hope that I could, like, fend off cavalry charges with my spearmen and my lone general. Actually, I think I'm going to charge for these guys first. Oh my god, I'm going to miss it. Yeah, there we go. Fly away. General all on his own, still fighting. Getting shot at, but he doesn't care, because he's awesome. My spearman coming in for the fight. Oh, come on. If only I could kill his general right here, but I know he doesn't. Wow, I actually don't kill any of them. Still got 10 of them left against an army about twice the size, but they are infantry that can be charged. I just got a scrap of army left, and again, we do have the Amlites. They just disappeared in here. We didn't know where they were for a while. So this is where it comes to another really slow part, so we're going to speed it up. Mostly it was the French charging me here, and then we were like, hold on, we're just going to kill each other, and then the Byzantines are going to come and kill us. But the General's Bodyguard is now down to only 9, it seems. I've got my own bit together, and you can see that we've also got these Byzantine cavalry sort of running around and shooting at us. I'm using this as cover, I guess. General's Bodyguard here, not really doing anything. They're all really tired right now. My General's Bodyguard is wounded as well. Winded as well. Wounded? Winded? What? I don't even know what I'm saying. Just ignore me. So it's just a lot of running around. I take a bit of fire from these Byzantine cavalry. Anyway, back to the rooming situation. So yeah, I'm trying to... I really hope that he does contact me so we can, like, you know, coordinate what we're bringing. Maybe one of us can bring a tiny fridge or something, or a microwave, because, you know, college life. I don't know. Maybe I should have done one of the pre-selecting a roommate rather than random, now that I think back on it. But he's supposed to be in my living community, so he can't be that bad, right? He should have the same interests as me. And look, you stupid Byzantines firing at me, and it's just a lot of waiting at this point. You can see it's mostly me and Barry talking, and we were like, oh, passing the time, asking the Byzantines to come out because he took a god-awful long time to come out. And again, imagine right now we're playing with probably a little bit of lag, and me and the French just deciding, let's not fight each other. And his General's Bodyguard is exhausted, and he's still walking around, so they can't really get a rest. Oof. So it's going to start charging these guys and do nothing. So let's just follow them around. La, la, la. I think he's going to catch them at some point, actually. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to run out of ammo eventually, these guys. Down to 8, the General's Bodyguard. So right now, it seems I have just over a third. Just around a third. Oh, that was the HRE admitting defeat, if you saw that. Oh, what's it going on? Nothing. Oh, yes. So what we decided to do is to trap these guys. I send in my own general, and it routes these guys. And I'm like, okay, get my general out of here before he gets killed by all these General's Bodyguard. Even though he is fresh. He probably would have routed, though. But, yes, we do take out the Byzantine cavalry. Then it's another bit of waiting. Me and my scraps of infantry. What do I got? Probably like 20 units altogether. Just huddled around here, hoping that it'll fend off charges. And we didn't know where the Allens were. I know they aren't here right now because I eventually find them, unwittingly and unknowingly. So we're just sort of waiting around, asking him to come out, like, because he could have been anywhere in this massive forest, just sort of hiding, and we were not about that. And then we decide, hey, let's go look for him. So I send my general this way. Because I was convinced the Allens were over here for him, and it turns out they're here. And I'm like, oh crap, my general's got to get out of here. So he actually kills one of them, 2 of them. Go general, you are the MVP. And let's just speed it up again. So he's charging after me, and then this is a beautiful moment. I'm not even sure how it happened, but you can see the General's Bodyguard of Barry Knight coming in. Oh, nope, never mind. It was all a lie. I actually have my general now getting attacked by these Amlites. 26 of them, still fighting strong, but we do have the general of Barry Knight coming in from behind. The Amlites running away, not really engaging yet. I'm like, I don't want to fight this. I cannot lose my general. And here come in the Amlites finally in a charge, and this is a beautiful moment of just a slaughter, really. You see a bunch of Allen lights go down, and a bunch of the general's bodyguard just gets cut down. We were flabbergasted. It had to do with the fact that they're exhausted, I guess, and these Allen lights are warmed up. But all that's left is this general's bodyguard of the French. And he's like, oh my god, how did that happen? And I'm like, I have no idea. But now we have just two generals pretty much fighting off these Allen light cav until this general's bodyguard routs. So the French cut down finally by the Byzantines, and all I have left is my bit over here. Alone, I don't think I could have won this fight, actually, against the French, but the Byzantines did help me, so now it's just down between us. And he's got a somewhat of a charge, but my infantry are cutting him down, and he can't really get a good charge with this Caracciolo standard, and I'm just sort of like, I'm not going to run out after you. Until I do decide I think I sent my general out. I mean, like, I might as well do something rather than wait for him to cycle charge me altogether. He's coming in for another charge. He's going to probably kill the first two lines there. Oh, maybe not. A bit. You can see, look at them just get cut down. The Allen lights already down to less than half their original unit size. Down to 10 altogether. We got equal numbers now. Holy moly. It's coming down to the wire, really. All this infantry. I send my general, and he's going to start fighting these guys off. He's bloody. I expected him to die, like, right away, but he actually holds himself for a while. You can see he's just stabbing his way through these Allen lights, and me and Bear are like wondering, can he do it? Can this general slay all these men on his own? Because it doesn't seem like the Cav really wants to charge me right now. So Jokodal is just sort of jousting with my general. He's got currently 6 units against 1. It's heavily in my favor, though, because even if he manages to kill my general, I don't think he'll be able to beat the rest of this fight, if you just look at it. There it goes, down to 5. Just sort of cutting him down, so let's just speed it up, because it takes a while. Bit of charge here and there, and down to 4. Just slowly cutting them down, and they are winded and starting to be unhappy. I'm also rallying my general with himself, which is kind of funny. He's, how they always say, form up, you cowardly dogs, or something like that, and he's talking to himself. Awkward. Anyway, because he's all alone, these guys are happy around the standard, the beautiful standard. Come on, general! I don't even know how he killed him, like, it was an invisible sword that shot this guy. He just sort of fell. And then the Byzantines flee, and that gives me the victory just barely and narrowly. Altogether, I have like 15 units. Oh, technically 189 survived, but a lot of them ran away. So these are the only brave ones. The rest will be executed for fleeing the battle. How dare they? Baron Knight doing really well, 1,000 kills even, and then 160 captures, so best kills going to him. I got just under 1,000 kills and 100 captures. HRE doing okay for losing, but could have done better. If the French had known about the Chivalric Knight cost increase, probably would have done so much better. Jokodal over here, 700 kills, so pretty good for his loss, probably because he did run away. My General's Bodyguard, probably MVP with 107 kills. Also, Venetian Heavies with 73, which is awesome. Pavi's Crossbows with 86. Mailed Knights with 87. Stradial's not doing particularly well this match. And, wow, 7 kills by this Venetian Heavy Infantry. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Probably one of the politics and history videos. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, my friends.